Good morning. Welcome to our short Red group in English. I'll turn my microphone on. That'll help. I hope everybody is well, taking advantage of these difficult times to let your Dharma shine even brighter. Like it says in the teaching, it's during the degenerate times that the Dharma shines the brightest. So I think that many people are commenting to me that even though they valued the Dharma before, it's become apparent during this time just how precious and valuable the Dharma really is. That even in the most complicated, strange times, the Dharma gives meaning to everything. And the more difficult things become, the greater our practice can be if we remember to apply the Dharma. This morning I'm very happy and inspired because I just read a short book that my good friend York from Switzerland wrote about the time that we built the stupas at Khadro Ling. And it was very inspiring to remember that time, one of the happiest times of my life, working so closely with Rinpoche and my Vajra brothers and sisters to create the stupas at Khadro Ling. And York did an amazing job with the fabrication of the crowns of the stupas that he made with such care and with such a good heart. It was funny in the story, he remembers that I met him when he arrived at Khadro Ling, and I said, "Oh, York, I'm so glad that you're here because we need somebody to make the crowns," because he's an incredible goldsmith, jeweler. And it's funny because from my point of view, I had the idea that Rinpoche told me that he was coming to do that job. But from his point of view, he didn't know anything about it. So I think Rinpoche told me, yeah, York's going to come and he's going to make the crowns. But I think York had no idea. So when I said to him, "Oh, I'm so glad you're coming to make the crowns," I think he was taken completely by surprise. And I didn't know that until this morning when I was reading his version of the story. So the skillful means of the Guru. So we're reading the Red Tower commentary. We're in the end of the chapter on meditation and recitation. So I'll read from there. Chagdud Tulku says that the mind stream, continually redirected into meditation, flowing past mundane mind forms, is like a river flowing over boulders. The water is pure each time it runs up against a stone. One finally realizes that even stone, seemingly so impervious and solid, has the basic nature of emptiness. However, when the flow of meditation becomes diverted and frustrated by the obstructions of the habitual mind, Rinpoche advises his students to return to the very source of spiritual attainment, which is the bodhicitta intention to benefit all beings. No obstacle in meditation has more power than the power of bodhicitta. Last night I was watching a teaching from Zonzar Chenzo Rinpoche on TV, on YouTube, and he emphasizes that bodhicitta is a practice that actually we can do. He said some of us, when we're beginning as practitioners, or even when we've spent some time in the Dharma, we feel frustrated that maybe our meditation isn't stable enough, or maybe our realization isn't high enough. But he said, one thing for sure that all of us can do, we can meditate and cultivate bodhicitta. If we remember the profound suffering of others and reaffirm our intention to gain realization for their sake as well as our own, obstacles give away. Later we can look back and know that those obstacles were only transparent roadblocks on an illusory road within the infinite expanse of Tara's wisdom. Now we begin the section on meditation and recitation. Invoking the noble red Tara in the space in front of us, we recite the prayers of refuge and bodhicitta and establish the visualization. As we begin reciting the Jetsun prayer, we visualize as follows. A brilliant surge of rainbow light beams from Tara's forehead, throat, and heart, purifying all negative karma, sickness, demonic afflictions, and obstacles. All positive qualities increase beyond measure. As Tara's light radiates forth, blue light purifies the karma of anger. Red light purifies the karma of desire. White light, ignorance. Green light, jealousy. And yellow light, pride. We visualize this as really happening, envisioning that red light, for example, completely pervades samsara and empties every being in it of delusive desire. That the whole spectrum of lust, craving, obsession, desire, and attachment, from the most murderous rapacity to the yogin's last trace of self-cleaning, vanishes, dissolving into its own empty nature. So let's do the practice. One observation about the Jetsun mantra that Khadro just mentioned in her book is that this mantra for us is not, no mantra is ordinary, but this mantra is especially precious to us because this mantra came to Chagdud Rinpoche in a vision of Red Tara. And Red Tara endowed on him this mantra, saying that this mantra would be especially beneficial to his students in this degenerate time. So for us, it's almost like the life force of our spiritual practice that was given to us by Chagdud Rinpoche, this precious mantra of Jetsun.